Hello, Mr. Gilbert. Welcome to the 9 p.m. show. How are you today? I'm good. How are you? I'm good. So I heard that you are the best teacher in town. You have the best tuition center and you have the best tutors under your team. Is that correct? Yes, definitely. We have the best teachers in the team. Now, here's my question. So, what's the difference between you and the other tutors and the other tuition centers that's all around? What's the difference? We are really good. You know, like we teach with all our passion and our heart. No, I'm asking you, what is the difference? Alright. Now, does that sound like you? Do you have a bit of problem and difficulty trying to differentiate your education services from the next provider? Does that sound like you struggling to actually come up with a USP? Okay, which is the shorthand for unique selling point. Does that sound like you? Alright, you have the best education quality, but you just don't know how to put it and encapsulate it and put it nicely and present it to your students, present it to the market so that you get more students. Now, if that sounds like you, if that is your problem, if that is one of the biggest problems that you face in terms of packaging and marketing yourself, well, here's the thing. Don't worry. Reubiks has got you covered. Alright? In this video, you're gonna learn exactly how to market yourself. So stay tuned. Now, alright, so welcome back. Now, today I'm gonna go through in this very short video the 3 to 4 ways that you can differentiate yourself as an educator or as a tutor. Okay, there are only 3 to 4 ways. Now, these are strategies, theories, but it is something that you can consider when you try to brand yourself. Alright, everything begins somewhere. You have to start from theories. If not, how would you ever get to the application layer? Right, you need to at least start at the theoretical layer. As we do more videos, we will go into the application layer. We will go into the practical part of it, of how to differentiate yourself as a tutor. Alright, so here we go. Okay, let me just make myself smaller. Alright, so there are only a few key ways to differentiate your teaching from other people's methods. Right, number one is framework. Okay, now if you're doing academic tuition, the content that you're about to teach will be, more or less the same as the other tutor, has the next tuition center. So the content on that layer is already similar, right? Because there's no point, and parents do not want you to teach outside of the curriculum. They want you to teach following the curriculum of the school. So content wise, it is very hard to differentiate yourself from the next tutor. So what can differentiate you? Okay, what can differentiate you? Number one is framework. Okay, what does framework means? Alright, framework refers to the methodology that you use to teach. Okay, now most of you, when you see the word framework, you think of shorthand, acronyms. What? ADA network, ABC network, CDE network, whatever. Alright, now these work, but remember, your audience doesn't know and they don't care. They don't know and they don't care about your letters and your alphabets and all that. Okay, if you are teaching academic tuition, the number one thing that parents are concerned with are the grades, right? So they want you to deliver the grades. So what you have to do is, number one, you have to state the impact of your framework. The impact. Okay? They won't care until they know that you care. Okay, so number one, state the impact of your framework. How many marks did this student improve? Where did this student go from in terms of his destination and his origins? How far did he come or did she come as a student? Okay, what grades did he or she start with? What grades did he or she end with after going through the whole framework? Remember that when you present this framework, okay, you need to present it as A to Z. Meaning that you do your best to convince the parents that the child has to go through the entire framework. If not, he or she will not have the expected impact. That is how you get parents to stay with you for the entire journey. If you just go ahead and say, I teach chapter 1 to 3, I follow the school's curriculum, I reinforce every single chapter that the school teaches, which, most of you, that's how you do your marketing. If you do that, what's going to happen is that the parents would feel that there's no need for their child or their children to stay with you all the way. Because if all you do is reinforce something that the schools are already teaching, then to the parents, there's no value addition. Or rather, the value add right there is, or can be found with other tutors. So you need to make sure that the value which you offer is undeniable. And the only way to make it undeniable is to make sure that the value you offer is uniquely your value. It cannot be a value that can be easily duplicated. So if you tell parents that your only value, or you imply or you hint to parents that your only value is really just reinforcing what the school teaches, then to the parent, that's something that they can find elsewhere. That is something that they can easily get elsewhere. Why should they stick with you? Why should their child stick with you if they can already find that elsewhere? That's the problem. That is the key problem that tutors and teachers have to solve when they want to attract students. You have to show them that you have a framework that works, a framework whereby the child goes from A to Z, experiences the entire framework before they can see huge improvement in their grades. Now, next question, right? So how do you go about putting up this framework? What should this framework look like? Okay, this framework will only look unique. The word is unique. It will only look customized. It will only look unique with the help of a few tools, right? Number one, okay, you need documents. Okay, you need documents to show that you tailor a special strategy for each and every child. Showcase those documents online. Give a sample of those documents, a blank form, to the parent. But don't show them how you analyze the document. Just give a blank form to the parent. Show them that this is the process by which you assess each and every student. And these documents need to be comprehensive. And by the end of these documents, there needs to be a report that shows, okay, now I understand how your child works. I'm going to tailor a special strategy. Now that to a parent is an attractive value. That to a parent is something that they cannot find with other tutors. That to a parent is what I call effort investment, right? By getting them to fill up these documents, what you're trying to do for them is to make sure that they understand that they also have to invest time and effort into their child's education. So the moment they invest time and effort into this little formula, this little process, chances are they feel that, okay, I already put so much time and effort with this tutor and he has done so much for my kid. He went through the whole process of customizing something for my kid. So I should just stick with him. I mean, no point I go to a new tutor. He may or may not have these documents. I don't know whether he's going to have these documents. So I don't know whether it's going to work or not. Okay, so you have forms, documents, personality quizzes. Show the parent that you use different angles to analyze the kid's strengths and weaknesses. With that, you're gonna show the parent that you have a framework, and this framework is created in such a way whereby it customizes the learning process to the child. Okay, now 10-20 years from now, this whole thing, maybe even now, AI can do it. Alright, AI can really do some of this work. So if you just go online, look for those software, alright, you can make that software part of our process. Okay, whatever it is, whether you use the software, whether you use your own documents, make sure that the parent feels that this is something that's unique to their child and that you have a system to do it. Okay, and when you come out with the report, don't pass the report to the parent, right? Make sure that you explain it to them verbally. Don't give them a hard copy, so that they can bring it around, right? I mean, if you want to give them a hard copy, give them a summarized version. Keep the detailed and comprehensive version with you, right? That's the way to do it. Another way to showcase framework, okay, another case to showcase framework, not just through documents, but through maybe specialized software. Okay, you want to differentiate yourself from the next tutor. The best way is to show them that you use special tools. So you have documents right there that make up part of a framework that analyzes the kid, shows the parent that you know the kid what kind of learning style the kid has, and then you tailor to the kid's needs. The next thing is you need specialized software, right? Maybe you can show the parent that you're using this software to analyze the kid's strengths and weaknesses. All right, when he or she does assignments online, you created these special kits to help them out, things like that. Right? It could be ready-made software. It doesn't have to be software that you code yourself. No. All right, you're not a coder, I'm not a coder, so I fully understand where you're coming from. Okay, it can just be like that. Right? Number 3 is your marketing collaterals. And the important point under point number 3 is video. All right, so many tutors and trainers and educators, all right, they misunderstand or they belittle the importance of a strong video. With a strong video, one look, the parent can buy into your framework. The parent knows exactly what you're about. The parent knows your testimonials. The parent knows what you can do, what you cannot do. With that video, it can be a hot sell already. So many tutors come online without a proper video made. With no proper video, there's no way that the parent can buy into you. I'm telling you right now, all those other platforms, Reubiks will have a video component, but not every platform has a video component, right? Some platforms, they don't have it. I tell you, the truth is, parents, to them, this rate, that rate, price of this session, price of that session, to them it's just numbers. They all look the same. You could have a nice photo there of the tutor. That doesn't count for nothing. All right, even if you have a graduation cert shown to the parent, to them, to a parent, those are the basics. Those are the basics. That's just to them the lowest level in terms of the barrier to entry. All right, that's nothing to them. Okay, to sell, now that is just to get them to look at you, like, okay, you have the certs, all that. I wanted a person who graduated from uni to be the tutor, things like that. You meet that requirement. Okay, so what? There are 20 others who met that requirement. So how are you going to stand out from those 20 people? It's through the framework. It's through these 3 things. Okay, so I'm going to stop the video here. All right, continue in the next video and I go into in-depth for each of these things so that you understand how to do a good video. What are some of the marketing collaterals? What are some of the documents you need? What are some of the specialized software that you need? These are the things that can help you stand out from your peers as a tutor, as a tuition center. All right, thank you so much. My name is Japhet. I hope to see you in the next video. If you like this video, if you like what you see, if you want to know more about marketing, please subscribe. All right, please subscribe. There are so many different kinds of marketing for different industries, and this video series called Be a Power Giver is going to attempt to cover them all. Okay, but at the end of it, the most important component of this series is marketing starts with one basic principle, and that one principle is you need to give value first. That's why it's called be a power giver. Okay, so even here, even in this framework, using this framework, you're trying to give value first. Okay, so thank you very much. Keep watching for the next video. Thank you.